Cameron Walker will get things going in game number 2. She'll face Lainey Bailey. Back in the circle after being game 1 starter. We'll take a look at the lineups here as this is popped into foul territory. Howell, it's going to be off the top of the brick facade, 0-1. For Texarkana, it'll be Walker, Williams, Usry, Martin, Cantu, Clayton, Ruiz, Humphrey, and Hernandez. For the Generals defensively, not a whole lot has changed from game 1. Howell's at first, Swallow at second, Romero at third, Fontenot at short, left to right. It's Thibodeau, Dunbar, and Moody. Behind the plate is Caitlin Riche, and of course in the circle, Lainey Bailey. She's 8-3 on the season, 14 appearances, 12 starts, 5 complete games, 63 innings of work, a 1.78 ERA, 69 strikeouts, and an average against of 190. Here's the 1-2. Just off the outside corner, 2-2. That'll run full, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Fouled away. In the air, shallow right, Moody makes the catch. That'll bring up Williams. Okay, hold on. They've got Walker over on first still. And she's going to stay on first. Moody caught that ball. Yeah, well, it's going to be, it could be an illegal pitch, I think, is what they're going to call. And it would be ball 4. But in game 1, we had a very similar situation, and they called the hitter back to replay the pitch. So they will call her back, and it'll be a 3-2 count. There will be no outs. So here's the 3-2. Fouled it away. Payoff pitch again is ball 4. Here's Williams. First pitch, a called strike. And time called as a baseball has popped onto the field. Squares around a bunt, pulls back. Counts 1-1. Gets the bunt down, and Romero lets it go foul. A good play by the Generals' third baseman there. So 2 strikes on Williams. She's standing at the back of the box. Here's the 1-2. Missed outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. On a line to short. They'll double up Walker. The second line drive double play of the day, and one in game 1 as well. Brings up Usry. First one skips in. In for a called strike. Here's the 1-1. Popped up. Left side of the infield. Fontenot makes the catch for out number 3. It'll be Swallow, Moody, Romero. Due up when we return. Swallow will stand in and lead things off for the Generals. 406 on the season. Had 3 hits in game number 1. I think it was 3. Box score's in my back pocket. I don't quite know. And here's the first pitch from Phillips on a line. She's got a leadoff single. 1 pitch, 1 hit for her. Moody. There goes Swallow. Didn't get a great jump. She's out of there. Hernandez throws her out for the first out of the inning. Counts 1 ball, no strikes. Waiting for him to show it. I guessed that it was a ball. I was hoping I was right. That one's down and in, ball 2. Three and 0. Pumped in for a strike. Swing and a miss on the changeup, 3-2. And Moody laces that one through the left side. There's Romero. 1 out and 1 on. In for a called strike. On the ground, backhanded, it'll get through. Mark it a single for Romero. And they're 2 on with 1 out. Brings up Thibodeau hitting .385. First pitch misses. Inside, 2 balls, no strikes. Pumps that one in for a called strike. Make it 3-1. Over for a strike. Counts full. Lifted to center. Ruiz runs it down. Moody thought about trying to make an effort. Holds up. There are 2 down now for Dunbar. Had a 2-run home run in game number 1 of the day. First pitch misses outside. That one also misses. Fouls the 2-0 away. Two-one on the ground at third. Osprey goes the easy way with it. And that will end the inning. We'll head to the top of the second. Martin, Cantu, Clayton, due up. Top of the second, Martin will get things going. Having .333 on the season, 3 home runs and 18 batted in. Over for a called strike from Bailey. In the dirt, 1-1. Tagged down the left field line. Foul. Just a long strike. Hit the wall on the fly. Two and two on Martin. Cantu waits on deck. 3 and 2. In the air to center. Dunbar coming in on the run, makes the catch. 1 down. Cantu hitting .413. One is outside. The 1-0. On the ground, a second. Swallow underhanded to first. 2 away. Clayton playing second base here in the series finale, hitting .350 on the year. She'd been the designated player in the first 2 games and then moved in defensively to second when Schmidt left the ball game. Makes it 1-1. Down low, 2 balls and a strike. Misses inside. Three and 1 the count. On a line to right, Moody's got it. That'll be out number 3. It'll be Howell, Richer, Fontenot due up when we return. Here's Howell. That one skips in from Phillips. Howell hitting .353. 3 home runs and 9 batted in. Comebacker into center field. And leadoff hitter aboard. There's Riche hitting .258 on the season. Driven in 7 runs. And a called strike. And a ball has appeared in center field. That one got some distance on it. Here's the 0-1. Squares around a bunt, pushes it down the first base line. They'll get Riche on the tag. Bring up Fontenot. Low and inside. Fontenot hitting .338. 3 home runs and 21 batted in. On a line through the left side. Howell's going to be held at third. And it's runners on the corners with 1 out. Here's Vetrano for her first at-bat of the series. Fontenot over at first. There goes Font. The throw down. She is in there. Runners on second and third now for Vetrano. The infield pulled tight. Phillips finds the outside corner. Here's the 1-1. Fouled away. One and two the count on Vetrano. On the ground foul. Fouls that one out of play. 3 straight fouls from Vetrano. Back to the top of the order. Swallow waiting on deck. Popped it up. Shallow left center. Catch is made. And Howell's not going to risk it. Swallows 1 for 1. Singled through the left side in the first and then was caught stealing. That one's going to get out of play and come down just in front of the press box. Here's the 0-1 from Phillips. It's up high off the glove. Howell's coming home. And she'll score on the wild pitch. It's a 1-0 game. I think if Hernandez makes a good throw there, they have her dead to rights. Two and one. Three and one. Foul back at the screen, counts full. Skipped in the payoff pitch, so it's ball 4. There'll be runners on the corners with 2 outs. Swallow at first. And she's off. They'll intercept the throw, and Fontenot's going to be in. They tried the cutoff play with Phillips cutting it off in the circle. And Fontenot was able to dive back in time. And 0-1 count at the plate. Make it 1-1. Phillips looks in and delivers. 2-1. Moody will call time and step out. Two one, hit into right. Drifting backwards, Cantu, and she will haul it in. Got to be a little bit of an adventure out there. The general score 1 on 2 hits, leave 2 stranded. It'll be Ruiz, Presley, Humphrey, and Hernandez. Due up when we return. we'll get things going. First one called strike. And it's going to be an illegal pitch, so it'll be ball one. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Fouls it out of play. Well, the count goes to 1-2. One, two on the way. Low and outside. Two hammered into foul territory over toward the baseball bullpen. The 2-2 on the ground. Fontenot snares it for out number one. Here's Presley Humphrey. First time up in this one. That one's outside. Humphrey at 297 on the air, a home run and 10 batted in. The 2-0. Over for a strike. Outside, count goes to 3-1. Fouled away. Richer will make the catch off the top of the brick wall. That's an out when you're playing at home in the backyard. Here's the payoff pitch. And a left, struck well. Thibodeau going back, nearing the wall. She'll make the catch. 2 down. Brings up Hernandez with 2 down. She came off the bench in the last game to take over as the designated player. In for a strike, 0-2. Swing and a miss after the high stuff. It'll be Romero, Thibodeau, Dunbar, due up when we return. Sofia Romero will lead off in the bottom of the third inning. Generals have scored 1 run on 5, make it 6 hits. Put that one right over the top of Clayton. Here's Thibodeau. Called strike. Showed bunt, pulled back. Romero has 27 stolen bases on the season. Thibodeau fouls that one off. Stung to center. Ruiz giving chase. That's going to fall at the base of the wall. Romero's on her horse, rounding third. Thibodeau's heading into third. She's got herself a triple. And that might do it for Phillips as Tony McKnight comes out of the dugout with the lineup card in hand. It will, so we'll take a timeout. I'll have the new pitcher when we come back. Riley Glenn on in relief. Making her second appearance of the series. And Dunbar off the end of the bat into left and down. A rude welcome for Glenn. Thibodeau scores. It's 3-0 LSUA. Here's Howell. First pitch, a called strike. This is well struck into left center. It's out of here. 2-run home run for Howell. Nothing game. That brings up Riche with the bases loaded and nobody out. Fouled away. 1-1 the count on the Generals catcher. Another one foul back. Glenn looks in. Now the 1-2. Just misses 2-2. Inside, ball 3. Ruiz not real happy out there in center with that one. Here's the 3-2. That one's inside as well, ball 4. Still nobody out at Fontenot. There's Fontenot. Up after the first one and fouls it away. One and one. Seen quite a few big flies this series. One's over for a called strike. Time called. One, two. In the air to left. Caught by Williams. Riche back to first, and it brings up Vetrano. Vetrano takes the first one up and in. On corner. Tries to bunt and pushed it foul. 1-2 the count. Popped it up left side. It's in foul territory. It's Walker who makes the catch. Swing and a miss. Got her on the changeup. Fouls that back at the screen. It's 0-2. On the ground, a short. Walker over to first. And Swallow is retired. The general strike for 4 runs on 4 hits. It'll be Walker, Williams, and Usry due up when we return. Top of the 4th. Walker leading off. Second time through the order here for Texarkana. First pitch misses. Second one does as well. Generals leading 5-0. Over for a strike, 2-1. Ooh, that one misses, 3-1. second walk of the game issued by Laney Bailey. Here's Williams. Takes the first one, first strike. Squares around, pulls back, and it's a ball. The 1-1, runner going. Here's the throw down. And she'll be in with a stolen base. The 1-2 is hit out of play. Come back, reset, try it again. Two and two. And we don't like that ball anymore. Here's 2-2 to Williams. Got her chasing outside for the out. One down. Here's Usry. It's upstairs, 1-0. Misses. Three and 0. And another walk here on the inning. That'll bring up Skylar Martin as Riche is going to go out and chat with her battery mate. Brings up Martin. A lot of hand gesturing from Riche out there. First pitch to Martin, misses down. 60 pitches, 30 strikes. so far for Laney Bailey. That one is inside. And that's got Trent Partridge out of the dugout barking. And outside corner, 2-1. Spencer Martin gives a look back now. Right back to it, 2-2. On the ground, Romero will go for the tag, and they got her. So Skylar Martin reaches on the fielder's choice. Usry advances, and Walker out on the tag, 2 down. Here's Cantu. Bailey catches the outside corner. Trying to push it a little bit further, 1-1. 2-1. Bailey winds and delivers. Swing and a mill, foul ball. That one's getting tossed to the dugout. Oh, a nice, Riley. She had a nice little foot play there to kick it up to her. A 2-2 count on Cantu with 2 outs and 2 on, so 2's everywhere. It'll be 3-2. And Usry at second, signaling the location into Cantu of that pitch. Have to see if she does it again here. Oh, no location on this one. Fouled away. Looked like Riche just set up a bit too early. 3-2 count on Cantu. Payoff pitch. Back to Bailey. Fontenot can't get it. It'll be through. Throw to the plate. In to score is Usry. Here's Clayton. That was the first hit of the ball game for the Eagles. They had gone 3 2/3. No hit. First pitch to Clayton. Inside corner, a strike. Oh, one pumped over, 0-2. Popped up right side. Howell calling for it, and she'll make the catch. For the final out, the Eagles get one run on one hit. They leave two stranded. It'll be Moody, Romero, Thibodeau due up when we return for the bottom of the fourth. So Moody leads off in the bottom of the fourth. Glenn started her off outside. Here's the 1-0. On the ground, left side, diving Williams. Or excuse me, Walker. The throw not going to be in time. Moody's aboard with a leadoff hit. Here's Romero. Swing and a miss. Owen won the count on the Generals' third baseman. Fouled away. 0-2. Romero 2 for 2 in this one so far. Here's the 0-2. Outside. And Romero down looking for out number one. Here's Thibodeau now with one out and one on. In the dirt. 1-0. Hernandez popped out quickly there to keep Moody from trying to get a jump. Swing and a miss. It evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Two and one. And Hernandez will brush off the plate a bit. Yeah, there was a pretty good covering of dirt on there. 1, just outside. Three-one offering. Inside, ball 4. 2 aboard for Dunbar. Had a home run in the first game. Takes the first pitch for a ball. Has an RBI in this one as well. Two and 0. And time called. It's Tony McKnight going out to have a chat with his pitcher here. LSUA leading 5-1. They've picked up 10 hits so far. Two-0 to Dunbar in a right center and down. Moody rounding third. Thibodeau rounding third. Dunbar heading for third. 2-run triple. It is 7-1. And that'll chase Glenn from the ball game, so we'll take a timeout. It'll be Miller in the circle when we return. Or excuse me, Snyder when we return. Snyder takes over. And it's a 1-0 count on Howell after she missed in the first pitch. It'll be 2-0. In for a called strike. Infield pulled in. The Generals leading 6-6, 7-1. Texarkana trying to avoid that 8-run gap. And Howell has a C&I single. It's 8-1, and it looks like we'll have a change for the Generals here. like it'll be our runner at first for Howell. Coleman will run it first. For Howell. And Riche will stand in with one out. Swinging first pitch, lifted to right. That's going to get down. Here's the throw to second. Coleman's in. 2 on for Fontenot. This is a big at-bat in this ball game. First pitch, a changeup in for a strike. Fontenot pops it up, left side of the infield fly rule put into effect. And there are 2 down. Moran's going to hit for Vetrano. And Moran with one of the better walkout songs, Brass Monkey. Moran takes the first one, 0-1. Moran 333 on the season. Limited at-bats for her. Misses outside. She's 2 for 6. Swings through that one. Chases after the high stuff. And did she go around? She did. That will end the inning. The Generals get 3 runs on 4 hits. It'll be Ruiz, Humphrey, and Hernandez when we come back. Top 5, Ruiz, and we'll lead off here. Oh, in the 5th, Howell has come back on to play first. Lainey Bailey back out for her 5th inning of work. Man, where did my ability to speak go in between innings? Here's the 1-0 to Ruiz. A 2-hopper to short. And Howell drops the throw. Right now, that's charged on an error to Jillian Howell. We'll have to see if that stands post-game. Called strike, 0-1 to Humphrey. Bounced it in. Richer blocks it. 1-1 the count on the Eagles' first baseman. In the air to center. Dunbar coming on. Makes the catch. One away. And that one gets away from Richer. Ruiz advances to second on the wild pitch. The 1-0 to Hernandez. Swing and a miss. Three and one. Bailey now over 80 pitches on the afternoon. 44 strikes. Foul territory, first base side. Howell's there. Here comes Walker. With a runner in scoring position. Swinging first pitch on the ground is short. Fontenot. That will end the inning. The Eagles strand one. It's 8-1 as we head to the bottom of the 5th. Swallow will lead off here in the bottom of the fifth. The Generals leading 8-1. They have collected 13 hits through the first 4 innings. Swing and a miss there. O2 bounces in, and Hernandez blocks it up the line. The 1-2. Skip that in as well. The 2-2. In the air on the infield. Clayton makes the catch, fighting the wind. Here's Moody. Generals with an 8-1 lead. Inside, 1-0. Two and 0. On the corner, 2-1. A 3-1 count. Over the corner, count runs full. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Moody. On the ground, right side, Clayton fields over to first. 2 away. And that'll bring up Romero. First one at the top of the strike zone, 0-1. Misses just outside. Hernandez wanted it. But to no avail. Well outside, 2 balls and a strike. Ran it inside on her. 3-1. Thibodeau waits on deck if Romero can get on. On the ground at third. Usry got her by half a step. And that'll retire the Generals in order. So we head to the top of the 6th. It'll be Williams, Usry, and Martin due up. Williams will get things going in the top half of the sixth. She is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Eagles have just one hit through the first 5 innings of this game 3. Bailey winds and delivers. Skipped it in. Outside. Three and 0. Lainey Bailey at 87 pitches, 46 strikes for the afternoon. And it's ball 4. This is down. And now Richer is going to go out and talk to Lainey Bailey. Some stirring in the bullpen. LSUA leading 8-1 here in the top of the 6th inning. A big turnaround from yesterday's performance for them. Here's the 1-0. In for a strike. Two and 1. On a line, and that'll be the second hit of the day. It gets by Dunbar. They're going to wave Williams around. She'll score. 8-2. Madison Haynes will pinch hit. Swinging at the first pitch, lifted it behind the bag at second. Swallow makes the catch for out number 1. Here's Cantu. Want to know the count on the Eagles right fielder. Call the strike. Here's the 1-1. High and away. '97th pitch. Cantu fouls it away. So again, Osprey at second, signaling into Cantu, the pitch location. She's gotten it twice this at-bat. 3-2 the count. That skipped in. Payoff pitch fouled away. Two. Another one fouled away. Try the payoff pitch one more time. To second, Swallow fields. And they'll check on Osprey, who advanced to third. There's two down. Here's Clayton. Call the strike 0-1. On the ground at third, Romero over to Howell. That'll end the inning. They leave one stranded. They do score one on a hit. Thibodeau, Dunbar, Howell, due up. Bottom of the 6th, Morgan Benj comes in relief. She came on in game number 1 and did not complete an inning. Want to know the count on Thibodeau. That is hit high and deep down the left field line. Foul. A long, loud strike. The 1-1. Rolled it in 2-1. One to Thibodeau. On the ground, a short. Took a nice hop up there for Walker. There's one down. Here's Dunbar. Benj winds and delivers. And it's over for a called strike. On the ground, a second. Clayton to first. 2 quick outs here in the bottom of the 6th. Here's Howell. 2 gone. That one bounces in. Another good block by Hernandez. Counts 3-0. It's outside, a 4-pitch walk to Howell. Riche with 2 out and 2 on, with 1 on, excuse me. One misses outside. On a line, snared at third. That'll end the inning. We'll head to the top of the 7th. It'll be Ruiz, Humphrey, Hernandez, due up. Melissa Boutte on to pitch for the Generals. Try to close this one out. And she'll face Ruiz first. It's a called strike. One and one the count here on Ruiz. That one misses. 2 balls and a strike. Time's been called as Trent Partridge isn't happy. It's been a pair of illegal pitches called here back to back. Eight to 2 the score. Well, yeah, it's the thing. If you can't see the rubber as the umpire, go wipe it off. Here's the 2-1. Swing and a miss. 2-2 the count on Ruiz. Checked that one foul. That was a defensive swing and a half there from Ruiz. The 2-2. In the air to center, Dunbar giving chase, not going to get there. That'll carry him off the wall. Rounding second, heading for third, Ruiz in with a stand-up triple. Brings up Humphrey. Nobody out. Boutte toes the rubber. Misses for a ball, 1-0. Offering. Call the strike, 1-1. Two and one. Poked into right center. It's going to get down. RBI single for Humphrey. So Malone is going to run it first, and Yeager will pinch hit. Butte rocks and delivers, misses. Swing and a miss. The changeup, 1-1. Butte steps off. Here's the 1-1. Fouled away. The 1-2. Fouled away. 8-3 now after the RBI single. Yeager fouls another one away. Two and two. Gotta find the strike zone. Pop fouling out of play. Here's the 2-2. And down the right field line, Moody giving chase. Makes the catch on the line. Malone stays put. Generals 2 outs away from taking this series. Pumped over for a called strike. Laced foul down the third base line. 0-2. Oh, and 2 on Walker. Lifted to center. Catch made by Dunbar. And the Eagles are down to their final out. It'll be Williams. 1 on, 2 down. And Richey's wristband, or excuse me, Boutet's wristband not working. I don't know if the battery went to switch. Yeah, they're going. This could get interesting. Richey has taken Boutet's. It's upstairs, want to know. Skipped it in. Malone danced off of first. That one's over for a called strike. Here's the 2-1. On the ground, off the glove of Boutet. Swallow steps on the bag with it, and she's called out. That'll be the ball game. 8-3 the final. The Generals take games 2 and 3 of the series. For all of us here